A long, long time ago, in a snowy forest where trees whispered secrets to the wind, lived a clever little vixen and a big, hungry bear. Now, this wasn't just any winter. It was the coldest winter the forest had seen in years. The rivers were frozen, berries were long gone, and all the animals were feeling the pinch of hunger. The bear, especially, was grumpy. He was big and fluffy, but also very, very hungry. One day, while walking near the edge of the forest, he caught a delicious smell drifting through the cold air: fish. Fresh, juicy, wonderful fish. He followed the scent and soon spotted the vixen, sitting by a pond with a mouthful of fish and a smile on her face. But what Bear didn't see was that earlier that morning, the vixen had snuck into the nearby village and stolen those fish from a careless fisherman who had left his basket by the riverbank. She had dashed away with her loot, quick and silent, before anyone could spot her. Clever as ever. Now she was enjoying her stolen meal when Bear arrived. "Where did you get that fish?" Bear growled, his belly rumbling like thunder. "Oh, I caught it myself," the vixen said sweetly, wiping her mouth. "Right here from the pond." "From the pond? But it's frozen solid." Vixen tilted her head, eyes gleaming with mischief. "Oh, that's just because you don't know the trick. I fish with my tail." "With your tail?" Bear blinked. "Yes. I make a hole in the ice, sit down, and dip my tail in the water. The fish come along, nibble on it, and when I feel them tugging, I pull them right out." Bear scratched his head, amazed. "That really works?" "Of course it does," said Vixen, holding back a giggle. "Try it tonight. When the moon is high and the fish are hungry." That night, Bear trudged back to the pond, determined to catch his own dinner. He found the hole Vixen had used, or so he thought. It was really just where she'd eaten earlier, and sat down. Slowly, he dipped his long, fluffy tail into the freezing cold water and waited. And waited. And waited. The night grew colder. Snowflakes drifted from the sky. The pond began to freeze again, little by little, around Bear's tail. But Bear didn't move. He was imagining the huge feast of fish he would soon pull out. Then, at last, he felt a tug. His eyes lit up. "It's working," he cried. He braced his paws against the ice and pulled as hard as he could. But his tail wouldn't budge. He grunted. He strained. He roared. And then, crack! Bear tumbled backward into the snow, dazed and confused. He looked behind him, and gasped. His tail had snapped clean off. It was stuck deep in the frozen pond, and all that remained was a short, stubby little nub. From behind a tree, the vixen laughed and laughed, rolling in the snow with delight. "Silly Bear," she chuckled. "Fish don't bite tails. That's just a tail." Bear blushed and huffed away, tailless and embarrassed. And from that day on, no bear has ever had a long tail again.